Late. We have 13 viewers with 5 likes already. They
they
like
like
us
it. They
better
like us
when we
more
don't
when-
show up on time. Hey, thanks, guys.
They like us when we're not talking.
Maybe they sold out of camera equipment. Hey, Joy, that's funny. That's good. All right, let me see. Let's go back to the top. John says 93 feels like 107 in Boston.
Oh, I know.
Summer's fired. Hey, John. Hey, Ricky. Charlie. Michael. What's with these crowns? What is that? Sean, how are you? Scott. No technical difficulties. I was watching Phil play Nor, and we lost track of time. We was having fun.
Hi, Eric.
Hey, Andrew.
Andrew, how are you?
Eric, how are you? Uh-oh.
A lot of people
Kid
on there.
Prodigy 91. Who's that? What are you up to? Joe Peters, how are you, man? Brian.
Is that
I thought that was
Andrew
Andrew.
Taylor?
No, he's in there unless he's got Ricky Bots.
Ricky Bots? Ricky made an account for him. Good job, Ricky.
And that's our boy from Seattle. Okay.
Or maybe it's another buddy of theirs.
All right, that's awesome. We're up to 15 viewers and 8 likes. Thank you for not waiting until on the way out to like the podcast. We appreciate that. You need something to prop your phone up?
Yeah.
All right.
Drink my soda here.
Kid Prodigy says, newbie to the game. Andrew been showing me the ropes. That's awesome. Welcome to the game.
So everybody he's training is a prodigy
Yes.
in the making.
Yep. He says, we gave him a little taste of the OP crack, and he's hooked. You know, everybody we show the game to, they just love it. And I'm going to fix
It's a great game.
Yeah, it is a fun game, and it's unlike any card game
It's
out there.
Yeah.
You don't have to have resources. You get to play the cards you draw, which is the best part of the game. And people have been coming in, buying up the starters, wanting to learn. We had 9 people Saturday. Would have been nice if you could have been here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Grounded.
Is that right, Laura? Is he really grounded? Hey, Doug Taylor, how are you? I'm not sure I believe you on that grounded part. Wait, what time did we start?
She wasn't happy because of how late I stayed on Friday.
Oh, was you late Friday?
Yeah. But we did have a cookout, a family event Saturday.
Oh, okay. And we would have made you late for that if you'd have come by for sure. 'Cause
Yeah, so
we was having a good time.
it was starting at 1 o'clock, so I don't know what time you guys got rolling. 2 o'clock? Or did you
Yeah,
start early, didn't you?
2:30 probably.
Okay.
2:30.
But Vlad and them got here early, right?
Yes,
Star Wars?
They walked in at 9:30.
Oh, wow.
We were
You and Corey had to come early for
open.
something.
Yeah,
right?
we opened early to take pre-sales on the Bandai Gundam game. Hey, Jerry, how are ya?
How'd that do?
It was nice. There was 20 people in line when we got here, something like
Okay.
that. So just
Sell out?
Nope, still haven't quite sold out, which is surprising.
How about Bo Jackson?
Do you want to talk about Bo? Somebody hit a LeBron James 1 of 1 on Thursday.
I saw that picture.
So he was so stoked.
He told his buddy.
Yeah, he told all of his buddies.
Yeah.
And we sold out all the jumbo boxes. We still have some collectors and hobbies.
Phil Keffer, I'm not so sure about the 50 number at Seattle, but
Phil says, do we think Seattle will top 50? I'm just hoping.
probably be close, right?
I don't know. There's so many people who aren't going to make it. Scotty says, is there anybody in Columbus that can teach the new players? Scotty, you know the answer to that is yes. The 2 of us have trained Jessica and Nor, and I think they're doing pretty good. And Doug Taylor says, I think there's a shot we can top 50. Well, you guys got a lot of
Yeah, I think they have 20 to
locals.
25 out there.
Yeah, getting a lot of locals. But, Phil Keffer won't be there. Sean, are you going to be there to play, or are you going to have to judge?
Sean in here.
Oh, there's another prodigy. Now we got the Overpower prodigy. Not a bot, but here's an extra like and a viewer. Thanks for tuning in, Overpower prodigy.
Everybody can be a prodigy.
Well, out there in Seattle, I guess they can be.
Yeah. It's just the default name.
Yeah. Doug says, we had 14 at Zulu. Okay. What are these crowns? You still need to teach Corey. Corey's coming along just fine, thanks. That's really weird.
Sean doesn't know one way or another yet.
I don't know one way or the other. What the heck, Sean? You know, it's only a couple weeks away. It's the 7th. We got 12 days, Sean. John says, I just got my ACD order at 3:30 today. Only 12 boxes. Still waiting for GTS. Joey says, okay, anyone who can train them honestly. Oh, Joey, you hurt me. Got me right here in the heart.
To the best of our abilities.
Yeah. Scott says, yes. I don't know about the prodigy, Scott. I don't know. You're probably too old to be a prodigy. All right, John, I got a quick question for you there. Did you only order 12 boxes from ACD? And why hasn't GTS sent you any product? Supposedly, mine's going out tomorrow. There is a lot of people messaging me saying, Doug, it's GTS sold out. I was told I can't buy any. My store that I wanted to carry it was told they can't buy it from GTS. There is nothing there. I don't think it's sold out, to be honest with you. I'll find out for sure tomorrow. I tried to talk to my rep today, but he don't like to talk to me on Mondays. He's grumpy on Mondays. He makes me wait till Tuesdays. He did tell me that my order is going to ship tomorrow.
That's the big order?
Yes, it is a very, very big order.
2 waves?
No, I'm getting it all at once.
Oh, right.
Yes. And I'll find out if it is truly sold out or not. But my guess right now is some of these stores are not on the approved vendor list yet, which I hate that there is such a thing. You would think everybody could just order from them. But supposedly there were some stores who were allowed to order and some who weren't. Smack my witch up, Overpower Prodigy. I don't know what that is. Have they started sending the second wave of Kickstarter stuff? I have not heard a single thing about the second wave of Kickstarter stuff. Not a thing. Doug Taylor says at Zulu's last week, and there were 8 in Bellum on Saturday, only 2 from the 14 there, plus many other regulars. Yeah, Doug may get 30 regulars.
Yeah, I think they'll have a big draw just from that area.
Yeah. Phil says, can't imagine how much they would need to pay Merlin to not play. Yeah. Merlin, what do you think? Have they started sending out? What's this Smack My Witch? I don't know. Maybe they've been playing online. Andrew says, there's some on eBay. I also heard a little birdie saying a famous content creator bought out hundreds of boxes and is just sitting on them whilst making Pokemon and Magic videos, but no OP.
Ricky said that was a 90s reference.
Oh, okay. I was not a 90s teen, so I don't get it.
I was, but I don't get it.
You were you were a teen in the 90s? Wow.
Born in 79.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what those stupid crowns are, Mage. I have no clue. I don't know. But let's go back up here to just Andrew's comment a minute. There is a rumor floating around that said person from Florida does want to buy out Overpower from GTS. And I talked to my rep about it on Thursday. He knew nothing about it. He said, Doug, your order's here. It's not been sold. And I said, can you set it up to ship on Tuesday? And he said, absolutely. So if said person from Florida did buy out the Overpower, it happened over the weekend and not affecting my order.
Scotty.
John says, I ordered 18 from ACD and 18 boxes and 18 power stations from GTS. I wish I asked for more, but it's looking like I won't get my whole order. Why would they be allocating? Scott says, I'm the crown goat. Uh-oh. You rang, says Marcel. Marcel, how are you, buddy? Marcel, are you coming to Seattle? You got 12 days, so we got to know. Yes, I was an 1890s teen. You're right. I have a crown number 1, but so does Sean. Doug Taylor, you're crown number 2. Scotty's number 3, and Sean is number 1.
That's why Doug's been playing so much of Billy the Kid. They were pals back in the day.
Right, we knew each other.
Teenagers.
Got a lot of respect for Billy. Joey says, I hate super hoarding. Andrew says, should be limits so nobody can chokehold the market like that. Yeah, I just don't know if it's true or not. It's all internet rumors at this point. Now, when I get on the phone to my rep and he says, Doug, it's a good thing we set your order up because it's all gone. When I go to the GTS website, it does say 0 available. But I think it's always said that. I'm not sure they ever put it in quantities, and you had to actually call your rep to put in an order, but I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Your rep won't tell you how many boxes are there?
We texted early this morning, and he said, yeah, I don't have time to look into that at the moment. So he said, Thursday, your order's here. We'll get it out on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I'll find out tomorrow. I really thought he'd call me and talk to me this afternoon, and we would go over it. That's why I named the podcast Sold Out. I thought I would have a definite answer of yes or no, and I think it'll be a no, it's not sold out.
Yes, Scotty, that's why Doug offered $200 for his cousin Arthur.
King Arthur's my cousin.
He got a family portrait for $200.
We both have that red hair, right? Let's see. Josh says, I've also been number 3, don't know why. I also have 75 XP for what that's worth. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Is this something new? Andrew says, Invincible will have like 10 to 30 times the boxes printed as ERB, right? Still only 2 distributors. Are they expanding to more? Have not talked to them about that. That's a good question. 10 times the boxes, I think, is a good guess. Might be just a hair over that. 30 times the boxes, I don't think it'll get quite that high, but there's going to be a lot. And our local, Marcel says, our local now all of a sudden says only 8 left for pre-order up in Canada. Holy cow.
That would be fast. Bertrand's bought them all.
Wow. Hey, Marcel, did you find a location for the Canada Regional? Is that the store you're talking to that says there's only 8 left in Canada? Just curious.
Marcel, you got a chance to get to Seattle?
Yeah, I asked him that earlier too. What? Are you saying you engaged in clickbait? Shame. It wouldn't be the first time I engaged in clickbait, Sean. But I really thought I would know by now. And John says, I ordered through the website weeks ago. Now it says call to order. Thank you for clearing that up, John, because I could not remember. Scott says, for your information, I wanted to sell out for the right price. Scotty, you sold out a long time ago. I would think they'll expand the distributors, Andrew. I can't see them just sticking with 2 if these distributors want the product. It'll be interesting to see what they do. Oh, Scott says, heard the print run for Invincible was 2 million on card count. I believe it was 2 million packs, not cards. That's a huge difference because there's 17 cards in a pack times 2 million.
34 million.
Here's what I know or don't know about the Invincible printing. They got to get the cards to the printer sometime in August. Early August, so that the printer can get started.
All right.
Phil's out already.
Have a good night, Phil.
Have a good one, buddy. We'll talk to you later. Then the printer needs time to set up the print files and all that, and they'll run it. They don't have, I guess, enough time to print it all in one print run, so it'll be 2 printings.
Too big.
I hope that they release the first print run when it's, I won't say when it's printed, but before Christmas. Us game shops need that product before Christmas. If they get it to us after Christmas, it will be a whole lot worse. I am not saying that I can, Marcel, no. Are you saying that neither you nor John in Boston can get any more ERB? I have more coming tomorrow. John's struggling to get some, it seems. Mage says August, so no play testing then? That says going to be iffy. Sean, we're play testing now.
We got the cards on Saturday.
Yeah.
I got
Didn't you
mine
get
today.
yours, Sean? Aren't you play testing this set? We have, 3.5 weeks or 5.5 weeks? I can't remember which it was. They told us to play test.
I thought I saw 5 weeks. You know,
5 weeks? Yeah, it's either 3.5 or 5.5. I can't remember which. But we're going to play test the heck out of it. Phil with a big gulp explains why the show was late. Yeah, well, honestly, it was just late because he and Nora were playing. Andrew says that we'll be play testing Mage. It's already started. It will be rushed, but don't worry, we can break stuff quickly. Hey, Michael, there's only 8 left in Canada. I have 9. Michael, you haven't
Yeah,
opened those boxes yet?
you can be a distributor, Michael.
Yeah. Mage is not play testing.
That's a shame.
That's weird. Sky says, language mage, Captain Doug America does not approve. I know this from experience. Yes, sir. Andrew says, there's already a character getting a full rework because they were broken in the first week. Marcel says, after that batch, no more? Or is Lazarus holding some hostage? Storm Buddha, they have the last cards. That very well could be.
Doug said it got cut from 5.5 to 3.5.
Originally 5.5, now 3.5. Okay.
Wow.
Yep. John got his playtest cards on Saturday.
That's not much time to try to crack anything,
Man, I tell you,
especially if they want to mix them.
the character that they took out of the set, I don't think was completely broken,
No, I don't think broken at all.
but it would have been very interesting if that character would have been left in the set as is. We'll see. John says depends on the amount of time the run takes to print. I've heard between 2 and 5 million, depending on printer station time available in 2 or more waves. Pretty much what I heard, John. This was during Origins that I was hearing some rumors. I really just hope they release the first wave with the promise of the second wave coming. That's what most card companies do anymore. I don't know why they would hold it all at one time. I am debating on how much I'm going to order based on if it's in waves. I'm going to order a lot if it's 1 wave. I'm going to order a whole lot if it's 2 waves. How about you? You going to order a lot either way?
Quite a bit.
Yeah?
I'll just get it from you, I'm assuming. Because there's no Kickstarter to back now.
No Kickstarter to back. We got to buy it outright.
Yeah, so I'm sure I'll just get it from you.
Oh, okay.
Support heroes and games.
I appreciate that. So we'll see. It's going to be a big set. It's not as big as ERB, but it'll be fun. I think you guys are going to like it, especially if you're a Invincible fan or a Walking Dead fan. It's loaded up with those characters. So I don't want to talk too much about it. And Sean says nobody asked if he wanted to. That's so weird. I just assumed he got into a playtest group when he was playtesting.
Yeah, I thought he would be in there with the Bertrands and
Yeah.
the other regulars in Canada. Maybe they didn't have enough time to get it to everybody, especially if it's going international.
It'd just be one more set of cards to put in the Bertrands
Yeah, they could
package.
just put it in a box.
Yeah, kind of like we did Steffens.
And Howard has a U.S. post box.
Even easier.
Yeah.
I don't know. Scott says, I'm going to mooch a lot if it's 1 wave, a whole lot if it's 2 waves. Yeah, that's the way I feel about it. If it ships in 2 waves, that first wave's going to sell out really quick, and then when the second wave comes in, we can fill some orders. Can't wait. But we're getting ahead of ourselves because we still have a regional coming up in July and another one in August. I'd like to know where the one in September is going to be.
Is it September?
I don't know.
Or
October? I don't know.
Somewhere in there.
I didn't talk. I messaged Larry the other day. We were going back and forth on a couple of messages. Asked him if he'd found a spot in Florida yet. He has not, unfortunately. I do plan to go to that event. I do plan to be in Boston.
We're all guessing the 3rd event for the regional is going to be in Canada, right?
I don't know if it's going to be the 3rd or the 4th one.
Yeah. Can't let it get too late out there.
I know. It's just driving me crazy. And the registration's not open yet. Hey, Doug Taylor, Have you heard anything about when registration is going to open? John says, my initial order will be between 180 and 300 boxes. It will depend on my budget commitment to Magic at the time.
Andrew, I'm trying to get out to Seattle. We'll see. Doug's definitely coming with his family.
Yep. Doug, Corey, Nor, Jessica. And
I got to look at flights and
Oh.
if I can get the time away.
yeah, I assumed Phil was coming. And then Felipe's going to meet us out there. So we're bringing a crew.
Not you
It
can-
opened today. Oh, Doug, come on. I went and looked once today and it wasn't there. Is it there now? All right, that's awesome.
What opened today?
Live this morning,
What opened today?
the registration for the
Oh, for
Seattle
Seattle?
event?
How many do you have registered?
Probably no one because we couldn't find it. I did a search, Doug. I couldn't find it. Let me get logged in here while we're talking.
Is it under cardio? Yeah, I think it's under cardio, right?
Yeah, you got to go to the cardio page.
Yeah.
Go to events, and I'm going to put in the month of August. I'm going to put in
It's
the
in
29th.
July.
I know. Oh, wait a minute. I'm in the wrong month. That's why I didn't find it. July. I'm going to put the 18th and the 20th. And Seattle Overpower Regional. There it is.
How many are registered?
21
21
players are
players already?
registered. All right. I'm going to make it 22 here in just a minute.
25?
There. I have registered, Doug. Hey, Nor. You and Jessica could register for Seattle.
What
It's up there.
What happens if players register and have to back out?
I don't think, well, if they get to 64, then it'd probably go to a wait list. So, first place, $10,000, Nor.
Nice.
Fourth place is 1,000. All right, I'm in. Get Jessica and Nor in, Corey in. We're going to take it over 30. That's awesome. Oh. Andrew says we're all signed up. Last I checked, we're at 19. Up here, we got more than that now, buddy. We are at, what'd I say, 23?
Yeah, 22 or 23.
23 players now. And we get 3 more to get us up to 26. You going to register? You should register.
Yeah, I'm going to register.
It's going to take a lot to get Laura to make you miss this one. She'll let you. Scott says, Phil, teach Doug how to use his computer. Yeah,
Not
whatever.
me. Talking to the wrong person.
Yeah, I found it. Doug, apologize to Doug. No, Doug, I'm sorry, I don't know how to use a computer. There. Now I'm registered, though. That's awesome. Somebody should put that link out there on Facebook. Or did they? Send info, please. Go to Cardio, Michael, search events, and log in, search events for Seattle, and you'll find it. How's Michael get a crown with number 3 on it?
I don't
Doug
know.
Taylor's number 2 now. Scott Flint was number 3. Hey, Scotty, you got to start sending more money. That's why you dropped to number 3. You dropped from 3 to 4. Is 64 players the absolute cap? From what I understand, yes. They are not going to take more than 64 players. I think that's just so that they can run the event in one day. I don't know that for a fact. We're talking about expanding the cap for Columbus because we do have the room to play on Sunday if it gets really big and we have to make it a 2-day event. Who does number 2 work for?
That's Austin Powers.
I kind of thought it was, but I wasn't sure. So Columbus may or may not be capped at 64. That hasn't been determined yet. And that will be up to Lazarus. We do have the capabilities to make it a 2-day event if they want to. Scott says, when I get in the top 8, I crap out. You got that right. No, there's an E in there, Michael. CARDE.io. And actually, if you put in overpower.play, cardio.com. It'll come up a lot faster. I don't know if I can put that in the chat.
It's best of one.
Overpower.play.card.e.io. Oh, wait, is that right? I mean, just, where'd it go? There it is. Play
Is
card.
that all you did was click join event?
Yep.
Hmm.
Why is it not letting you join?
No, I think it did.
Oh, because Laura might have blocked you.
It must, because it's still showing 23.
Still showing 23?
Yeah. See, it says I'm unauthorized.
Are you signed in?
No, I don't know.
Are you signed into the event?
I don't know.
I mean, to the
I don't know.
the
I
app?
didn't know you had to sign in.
Yeah, you got to sign in.
I mean, I'm on just the internet.
No. I don't know. It looks like you're signed in.
Yeah, I didn't do anything
Go
special.
to the main page. Show me the money. Eric Count says, you guys might want to mention Texas at Ohio State as a new kickoff on tournament Saturday.
Yeah.
That'll be okay because most of the guys that are here to play aren't going to be here to watch Ohio State. So, John says, I hate autocorrect. What'd you say about November, John? Let's see. Did you?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm signed in or not. I'm on the main page.
Let me see something here. Should ask you to log in. Go here. Oh, you're not logged in.
No.
There it is. There's your login button. There. Now you'll get there. Now you'll be able to join the event. And it still says 23. Let me see here. Whoops, where'd it go? I'm going to close that one out. Modern tournament. Commentators. What? We're going professional. No, I don't see. Oh, capacity. Yeah, we're still at 22. Let me do a refresh on the page.
There we go. Now it's successfully joined.
Okay.
Got an email. I'm in.
All right.
All right.
And
The winner's number 24.
Why did it do that? We're at 24 now?
Yeah.
All right. You and I made it 24. It's 11 days, 12 hours, 27 minutes, and 51 seconds away from check-in. So, guys, if you haven't made your plans, make them now. Get on that airfare because it has been going up.
Only 40 spots left. We'll try to fill it tonight.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Can we fill that up tonight? We can get Nora and Jessica and Corey on there.
Yeah, it's 3 more.
Yeah. It's now really the time to figure all that out. Well, you know, Phil's having struggles. Do have to prepay with registration? You do not. There was no
Only $25
payment.
or something anyway, right?
Yeah, it's $25. Oh, it will be okay. We aren't playing Bo Jackson. Whoa! Don't talk about Bo like that. I want to. Hey Scott, you come to Seattle, and you and I will play some Bo Jackson Battle Arena. We'll do it between rounds.
Do we have any?
Yeah, I didn't sell out.
Oh, really?
I sold out of the jumbo boxes, but that's it.
Is that the only way to get the one-on-ones?
No, I think they're in all the boxes. It's just that the jumbo boxes are guaranteed 3 autographs per box.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
No guarantees in the boosters.
1 per box.
1.
You can buy 3 regular boxes less than 1 jumbo box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's smarter to just buy the single box?
Just buy 3 single boxes. Yeah. But people love getting 50 packs in a box, so it's pretty cool. It's a lot to open. Michael wants to know when Seattle is. It is July 19th, Michael.
Yeah, 19th and 20th? Or yeah, I think 20th is the actual day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
The
I think
20th?
so.
19th is the Friday
I think
that
so.
we're flying out, so 20th is the event. And Andrew says, pay at the event, I'd assume. Yes, I believe that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah. July 19th is the deal.
Thrilling content. Is Phil in? We may never know. Phil is in, Scotty.
Mystery's been solved.
Round trip to Seattle from Toronto is $1,000 currently.
From where? Toronto?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. It's not cheap.
Yeah, it's something I got to check too, because probably going up by the minute here.
Yeah, it went up like $150 on us within a 2-week period. 18th is a draft or something.
Yeah.
You're going to run something on Friday? Okay. Nothing on Sunday. Michael says, oh, no way, I'm going to be in Seattle on the 20th.
Oh.
What are you talking? Oh, Michael's getting me confused. What were you asking about when? I thought you were asking about when is Seattle. Seattle is the 19th and 20th or 18th and whatever, that Friday and Saturday. Eric is talking about Ohio State. That one is August 30th. If that's the one you're asking about, Michael, sorry. Oh, but that's you're going to be there getting a boat to Alaska the next day. Okay. Andrew said,
Flights here.
You're going to Seattle on the 20th. All right. Cred Mage, that's pricey. Got to be the summer weather pricing. Michael, I don't know what you were asking about. Sorry. Probably a draft on Friday, the 18th. Yeah, if you can get booster boxes. I would imagine the Lazarus guys could bring some, right? Because they're bringing some for pricing. So maybe they'll throw in a few extra. When you say Seattle, all the non-locals think that you're referring to the tournament as if it's greater Seattle area to all of them. Yep. Yeah, come a day earlier, says Doug, and you can play in the draft and then get on your boat to Alaska.
Is that the flight you guys are coming home? Midnight? You get home at like 10 in the morning the next day?
No. We get home at 10 in the morning. Yeah.
On Monday.
Yep.
And that's stop in ORD. Is that Orlando or somewhere?
No, it's a direct flight, the one we're on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both out there and back is direct flights. Corey don't do layovers, which I'm glad for because I didn't want to do a layover either.
Yeah, there is a direct for an extra $78.
78?
Yeah.
Oh, well worth that. What's the round trip cost from Columbus?
$450.
What?
Yeah, what it's showing on Expedia.
Oh, that's what we paid. Yeah. So it's still there. Good. So we're going to try and fill up this Overpower regional tonight. We're at 24 players. Come on, guys, sign up. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll see. The pricing is outrageous. If I finish in the top 8, I'll probably bust a box after the tournament. I got a lot of time.
Yeah,
Especially
we have all day Sunday. Right?
All day Sunday, yeah. I think Felipe's staying with us, but he has an early Sunday flight out. I think like 9 or 10 in the morning.
Okay.
But you did it, Phil. You're up. I don't know who all. I guess it's Marcel never did tell us this. He's coming.
Nope.
I bet he's not. And it sounds like Sean's going to have trouble getting there unless they fly him out to judge it. You want to be a judge, Sean?
Yeah, I think they're looking at that, I think.
Okay. I will be interested to see all of the decks that show up. You got your deck ready? You know when? No? Still don't know? Oh, yeah, it's not the night before. I forgot. Felipe is not scared, Scotty. You're not even going to be there. What are you talking about? It'd be nice if Felipe would be in the States in August so he can come back to Columbus. Andrew says, don't count Marcel out quite yet. All right. He says, I'm not sure if Marcel is. We're supposed to meet up this week. We'll know more then.
I thought he was planning to go.
Marcel's planning? Good.
Yeah, I mean, after he won Peace Bridge, he said the winnings was going to hopefully help get him here or get him there.
It'll pay half of it.
Yeah,
If
like-
it's really $1,000, that's crazy. But hopefully he'll show up. He's not talking, so he don't want us to know. I guess he wants to surprise us all.
see if King Arthur can repeat out
We'll have to play a modern deck out there, though.
there.
Would he put King Arthur on a modern deck?
Yeah. I don't know. It's pretty good.
Yes. I like my King Arthur deck, but
If only he was an 8.
man, if he was an 8, he'd be undercosted.
And you could
Guys
leave-
taking off? Hey, thanks for stock. We'll see you tomorrow.
Hercules
We'll do
rain
some
again?
play testing. Michael, enjoy the game. Michael went to the Dodgers game over the weekend and got 6 one-piece cards.
I heard. Good job, Michael.
Yeah. So you're saying Felipe would be scared if I go? No, I don't think so. I think he would enjoy the challenge, Scott. All right. May says, I'll need to talk to Joe, but other than a suggestion of the possibility by Dave, no one has formally asked me to judge. I think Dave is waiting to see if he's 100% unavailable.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Don't ask me. All I know is I don't know nothing. So, oh, here's one for you. Did you know the comprehensive rule book isn't so comprehensive? There are things in the Learn to Play rule book that are not in the comprehensive rule book. So if you need a ruling, you have to read both to make sure it's covered.
Okay.
It's crazy. But Sean probably knows that. Oh, Sean says, but if I come and compete, all will fear the monster hunters. Yeah. I don't know.
Solid.
Van Helsing.
Solid.
Yeah. I like Van Helsing. Those rules books are a mess. Thank you, Sean. I agree. And I believe there's some other people in here that are going to agree with me.
I haven't read it. I don't know.
You haven't read the rule book?
No.
Haven't read the Learn to Play book?
Nope.
Wow. That's why you're doing so bad.
So I only got second at Peace Bridge.
Right. If you'd have read the rule book, you
I
probably would have beat
should've won.
Marcel.
Yeah.
You never know about Marcel. He's probably telling you he's allowed to do things that you weren't allowed to do. And you just said, okay.
Is that true, Marcel?
Oh, man. I looked up one word on the comprehensive, the word block, actually. And there's no definition of the word block in the comprehensive rule book. So what does block mean as far as blocking an attack?
Yes.
Well, you got to go to the Learn to Play.
Is it defend?
A block is a numerical defense of an attack of equal or greater value than the attack.
Okay.
I don't know. I missed that somehow. I've read both. And
I was absent that day in school.
yeah, you must have been. And I know Corey read both. And Corey explains a lot of things to me, so I know he's read them. And I sent him a message. And I said, is this in the rule book? And
No, the
Doug
comprehensive.
Taylor, yes, Doug Taylor, that's right. It's not in the glossary either. Thank you. I said, Corey, is this in the rule book? And he goes, no, I don't think so. So we were going crazy. This guy says, rule number 1, Marcel gets an extra card. We're not going to go there.
That's been nixed.
Yeah, that rule has been overruled. Sean says, yes, the comprehensive rule book should stand alone. Thank you, Sean. That's what I always thought it did, because it's comprehensive. So nothing in the Learn to Play should be in that Learn to Play book only. Everything in there should be in the comprehensive guide, plus
Is
some.
Learn to Play the little one that's coming in the starters?
No, it's an online.
Okay.
Yeah, we've not looked at that little one that came in the starter, so I have no idea what that's about. And John says, it's the best rule book the game ever had. It's still incomplete, though, sadly. Doug Taylor says, Joe Peters pointed that out to me. Doug Taylor, I love you, man. Joe Peters is the guy I went to when I had a question about it. Absolutely. And Joe and I were having a good time. At least I think we were. I know I was. Talking about how it should be. So, Doug, you probably know what character I'm talking about.
Sean, I had no idea you had Hades.
New rule. Phil needs to remind me that I can negate specials to remove venture when I'm betting for the win against him. What?
He would have beat me had he just played his negate and negated my Black Widow 6 off of his current battle hit.
Oh, in the
in the
semifinal?
semifinal, yeah.
Oh, Sean.
And instead, I had the 1-9 place, so he knew he couldn't get an attack through. So instead, he played the Storm, reduced submissions back to 1 because he was betting 3 for the win. And had he just negated the, although in hindsight, had I played the Spider Woman Avoid earlier, he wouldn't have been able to do that either. So I guess it was a.
Okay. Well, Sean, I think you're going to have a hard time getting that rule passed. Ricky might like it.
Yeah, hard to remind you of cards I don't know you have.
Yeah. Ricky says, hey, you're supposed to remind me that I can negate stuff. John says, I've read both, but it's all mixed in my head. I can't remember which one I remember the rules. I kind of get that. But when you want to verify something, you should be able to go to the comprehensive rule book and not have to look into 2 different rule books.
Yeah, silly.
It doesn't make sense. I love how we all came together there and decided that I'm not the crazy one in this instance. It was hilarious when I got that message. It's like, I know that's not there. And then I couldn't find it in the comprehensive, and I didn't find it until the Learn to Play till like the next day. It's like, oh, actually today, Jessica said it's in the rule book. And I said, no, it's not. And she goes, yeah, it is. And she pulled it up. And I said, what rule book are you looking at? And she said, the Learn to Play. And I said, what? So, May says, I wanted you to use that teammate avoid. What? Scott says, just guess, that's what I do. Yes, you do. And you sometimes play illegal decks. Oh, Skitter Daddy, how are you? Good to see you tonight. John says the comp rules should absolutely include everything. Yep, I'm glad we all agree, because I think there are some people who don't really agree with that. They think they needed 2 different rule books. How can you have 2 different rule books that don't say the exact same thing?
Crazy.
But we're learning. Joe Peters says comprehensive should have it all. That's what the word comprehensive means, right, Joe? And blocks should be capitalized and be included in the glossary. Thank you, Joe Peters. I agree 110%. Scott guessed wrong that day? Yeah, you should have had Phil double check your deck. See, that's why we got to have deck checks at the regional, Scott. Guys like you. Deck list and deck checks.
Hello, Skittle Daddy. How are you?
Mage says, perhaps the word comprehensive should be added to the glossary so people knows what it means. Yeah, you guys are hilarious. I love you guys. You're so much fun.
Have Webster out there?
Scott said, I passed my deck check at Origins. Yes, you did.
That's because you copied Phil's deck.
Yeah, it's because you had it written down what Phil Keffer played, right? Oh, man. Hey, Keith, how are you? I agree, too. I printed them all out together and then had them in a single binder. Oh, Keith, that's going too far. Oh, that's awesome. I hope Lazarus ain't listening to this. They'll think I'm mad at him or something. I'm not mad, just frustrated that there's 2 different rule books. And then to ask me if I even read the rule book.
Which one?
Yeah, I thought
You gotta read both.
I gotta read both. I did read both, though. And oh well. John says they need 2 sets of rules to avoid spooky new players.
Yeah, one for us, one for them.
Yeah, the comprehensive is for us old timers. The Learn to Play is for the new players. Maybe. But then the new players say, well, I didn't read that in the Learn to Play book. Joey says, here comes Doug. Why don't you check out everyone else's? Joey, you always got to go there, don't you? Phil only gave me the heroes. I guess the rest. Oh, really? Huh. Okay. Well, he also didn't give you the exact deck he played, did he tell you? He slid a fake one in there so let you figure it out. You did pretty well with it. You ended up winning an event, right?
And tying for another one?
Yeah, I don't know. don't remember. I mean, that was a long weekend, 4 days, giving out stuff.
Yeah.
Mage says, or how about, and hear me out here, an easy to read, learn to play book that's also comprehensive. Holy cow, what are we going to do if they did something like that? Oh, that's hilarious. Let's do it. Can somebody take that upon themselves to do that? An easy to read, learn to play book that's also comprehensive. Wow, who would have thought about that? Who'd have thought that could happen?
Good job, Mage.
Yeah, where have you been all this time, Mage? Andrew says, I think the rule books are crystal clear on almost everything. It would be hard to do comprehensive that's shorter. Well, when you have one rule in the Learn to Play book that is not repeated in the comprehensive rule book, that's not too clear. So if you memorize both rule books and all the rulings in each, yeah, you're covered. But if you go to the comprehensive to look up something and it's not there, and then you got to go to the Learn to Play rule book to look it up, and it gets a little muddy.
I wonder if the Sims you beat said, let me go get my big brother.
Played in 1-2, then beat a Sims in a fun game.
He beat the girl Sims.
Interesting. I don't know who he beat.
He beat Jesse. He said.
Did he beat Jessica?
He said you were watching it.
Yeah, I might have been. I watched a lot of games that weekend. Andrew says, that's fair. I just assume everyone will read both. Well, as a veteran player, I don't feel a need to learn
Learn to play.
to read a Learn to Play manual. I would assume the Learn to Play is just basic rules.
Yeah.
And then
it
I'd read
should
the
be
comprehensive to see what they have changed.
I
when
mean,
they
the
took it over.
comprehensive. It's comprehensive. Should have everything included.
Yeah.
And then if you want to do a basic Learn to Play, that's fine too. You know.
Right, and which is what I just assumed it was.
Right.
There's nothing in the Learn to Play that I don't know, and anything they've added, they would add to the comprehensive rule book.
Right.
But
Because there are a lot of new rules, especially
are.
for Legacy.
Yep, they
Format.
changed. They changed quite a bit.
Yeah.
Skittle Daddy says, and all the rulings that cover inconsistent wording and typos on the cards themselves. Exactly. And I just think when you're doing a rule book, it's kind of like an SOP for a business, standard operating procedures. You write it down, you make it crystal clear so that you could hand it to a new person, they could read it and they could do the job. Or they could read the book and play the game. And if they change words or word terminology or add too much, it really bogs it down. Just make it plain, simple. Don't throw out 3 different terms for one thing. But I'm carrying on too long. Sorry. Scott said, Doug, with his selective memory. Honestly, Scott, it's more along the lines that was a long 4 days and I was tired and I really don't remember all of it. But if you beat Jessica, you probably cheated because she's a better player than you. What?
Wow. Look at John. He said somebody drove in from Erie, Pennsylvania to just play in a modern tournament.
Oh, that's awesome. He convinced his wife to take an extra day off and rented a hotel room with 24 hours notice. Yes, I love it. I hope you gave him some prize packs.
He probably didn't even
Make
have
up for it.
Probably didn't need to convince her much.
Yeah.
Go on.
Who wouldn't want to go from Erie to Boston? Spend the night.
Yeah.
Keith says, my beef with the rule books is primary grammar and overall readability. Sentence structure for clarity. Exactly. That is sentence structure for clarity is what brought the whole thing up when I was looking at the playtest cards. And Scott said, did Doug Sims just volunteer to edit the rule book? I would not do it as a volunteer. Could I do it as a paid professional? Absolutely. Thanks for Bree. Scott ran out of letters to type. He had to stop. He's at his letter limit today.
He's so mad his fingers are sticking to the keypad.
Oh, man. I know it's a card game and things develop, and it's hard to sit down and play a game and not have questions about stuff. But they're
Oh
just.
yeah, speaking of packs,
Oh yeah.
you want to open some prize packs?
Yeah, I owe you some prize packs, don't I?
Yeah.
So when do I get my packs? I don't know if I'm going to mail them out to you, Scott. I might make you drive up here.
I may go down there Wednesday. So if
Oh,
you if you
really?
have any for 'em,
All right, I'll give you his 2 packs and 2 for Jesse.
I'll
You guys
open 'em
only
too.
played 2 games?
Scotty, I'll open them, see if you get anything good.
Yeah. That'd be the best way to do it.
Yeah, wait, I don't waste your time.
Yeah. Hey, AJ, how are you?
AJ, how are you, buddy?
The Origins prize packs are to be distributed like as so. You
Not-
get 1 pack for every event that you entered. We gave away packs as prizing the day of, so there are no additional prize packs to be handed out to winning.
AJ, did Scotty cheat you too?
Oh yeah, Scott cheats everybody. Take that back. Doug is writing the rule book would be bad for me. Scott, you're probably not wrong there. Keith says there was a small group of us last year who really pushed to be allowed to edit, proofread cards and rules as a volunteer committee. We were not taken up on our offer, unfortunately. I know on the playtest cards, we've already found 3 grammatical mistakes.
Yeah.
No, 4. Sorry, 4. 3 of which I have sent on to Lazarus. And there was one that I thought, well, I'm not going to show them this. They'll find it themselves. And then I found 2 more, and I showed them the 2 more. I couldn't remember what the first one was. I'll find it again eventually. But yeah, kind of surprised they didn't take you guys up on that as being volunteers. All right, Sean, thanks for tuning in.
Have a good night, Sean.
We'll talk to you next week and find out if you're coming to Seattle or not. AJ, you feeling better?
Yeah, I hope your leg's feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, man, he showed up here yesterday, and I said, we don't have to do that. He goes, oh, I want to. So we was going over the playtest cards, and he was limping really bad. And it's like, man, you better take it easy. Don't overdo it. Go home, rest. He goes, all right, I will. Then he went to work today. Just, I got to cancel on you today. I overdid it at work. It's like, come on, AJ. We don't heal as fast as we used to.
He pulled something in his calf? Is that what he said? His calf in those words?
Yeah, it was bad. I don't know exactly.
guy?
I can't remember exactly what he called it, but
Yeah, I think he said he was doing it playing wiffle ball.
yeah,
With his
with
nephew?
like his 3-year-old nephew or 6-year-old nephew or something.
Yeah, sucks getting old, that's for sure.
Yes, it does. John says, Scott, we'll make sure to deck check you twice in Boston. You might want to deck check him before and after every game. AJ was correcting me when I was playing by the rules. What? He was just making sure you were following the rules entirely.
Maybe just making sure.
Yeah. Do you want me to get your prize packs right now? You want
Yeah,
them?
sure, let's open
Oh,
it.
all right, I'll go get them. Hold on just a minute. Yeah.
What do we want to pull?
Scott says, I hope you feel better, AJ. The alternate art of the characters are the only thing that's rare.
No, anything cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping for a Robin Hood. Too bad Sean left because he's got a cool Robin Hood I've been trying to get from him. I really, really like that Robin Hood artwork. It almost looks like Oliver Queen. I've heard some people mention that in the chats. But I really think the Count of Monte Cristo looks really nice. So I'm hoping I pull one of those.
Captain Nemo.
Yeah, the
There's
Nemo's
your
cool.
5 packs.
Yeah, all right.
And then I got 2 here for Scotty and 2
2
for
for
my
Jesse.
buddy Jesse.
Jesse James and Billy the Kid.
Doug says, I have to drop in a couple minutes, but the events are cool too. And John says, just collect all the events. Keith says, I agree, Phil. That Phil Tan Robin Hood is amazing. Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. Although Sherlock Holmes playing the fiddle in front of the fireplace was kind of cool.
This one wasn't good. It ripped down
What?
the seam. But
What the heck, Phil?
it didn't peel apart the
Oh my gosh. How many packs
There
have
we
you
go.
opened in your lifetime?
thousands.
Not very many, it seems.
They weren't prize packs.
Now
though.
you're right. You broke this pack. I might have to get scissors. Andrew says the Count, Tars, Robin Hood all look amazing.
2 basic universes and 2 events.
Yeah, a lot of the packs have 2 events.
No training and power
Oh.
cards are +2 to defense when blocking without a basic universe.
And both events are from the same set.
Yeah.
Here.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
It probably had
Don't
a
mess
hero
around.
in here. It didn't want me to have it.
Nemo. You're right, Skittle Daddy. Nemo's awesome. What? What'd you get?
Anubis.
Anubis.
That looks the same as
Uh,
yours. And I got
it's
two,
okay.
two 7 any characters.
Okay. 2/7 any characters? What?
Yeah. Fighting,
Oh,
combat, and energy.
okay. Yeah, I had a pack like that. The one you really want is the one that has a 4 and a 7. Because then you got one of each.
Playing both.
How do you get prize packs? Just show up to events? That is exactly right, Andrew. I got some packs here for you. What'd you
There
get?
it is.
What is that?
That's the Robin Hood.
Oh, you got the Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Robin the
Look how-
Hood.
look how nice
Yeah,
that was.
that is so cool.
And a Spartan training ground.
Man.
That was a good pack. Oh.
What?
And a Grim Reaper for Doug.
And a
He needs
Grim
one.
Reaper. I got one out of my prize
Oh, you
packs.
got one
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. The Grim Reaper, the card that never should have been reprinted. Let's not go off on that, though.
Oh, this one gets 5. No, another misprint.
Keith says, I'm literally cutting out proxies of the prize pack events as we speak.
That's a nice Robin Hood.
Stay tuned. I'm going to have a major announcement about prize packs tomorrow, too.
The 5
I can't do it
assist.
tonight. But, oh,
2 different 7s again.
and the 5 any.
Yeah, now it's the brute force and the intellect. So I've got them all now. And the 5 any power. A big training.
Nice
All right, last
pulls.
pack. Who we want? Sherlock?
Nemo. You want Nemo.
Yeah, Nemo or
Anubis sucks. You
Monte.
got the Robin Hood. Now you want Nemo.
Yeah, I want Nemo or Monte Cristo.
Oh, yeah. The cow. Is that the one that's in the ocean or something?
Yeah, swimming.
Drowning.
They're trying to learn how to swim.
What is
Draw 3.
Draw 3 and a hero.
A bunch of basic.
You know what? You didn't get one. Let's open Scott's packs for him. AJ, I forgot to give you packs when you were here yesterday. Sorry, man. It just totally slipped my mind.
Yeah, still got.
Keith, come on. How could you possibly know the announcement? How could you possibly know the announcement? Who you been talking to that you would know my announcement? Now you got me wondering, buddy.
You got an announcement?
Tomorrow, yes, about prize packs. Ricky says the 5 any power training is also rare. Oh, okay.
5 any power training.
5 any power training. I got one of those in my packs on Saturday.
I didn't get that.
Okay. The character cards have been showing up about 1 every 3 packs. You know, you got 2 out of 5 packs, so you broke the odds on that one.
Broke the odds.
But you only got 2 events out of 5 packs, right?
Yeah.
That's unusual because there's usually an event in 2 out of every 3 packs from what we saw on Saturday.
They're both from the same set.
Interesting.
Is that always the way it works?
I'm just from what we
What we've
saw
seen?
on Saturday, that was what everyone was getting.
Yeah.
But we only opened, what, 12?
15 packs.
We had 9 and 5, 14 packs.
Okay.
We gave out 3 to first place, 2 to second, and then 1 to everybody played. So 9 and 5. Andrew says 5 any power training was banned in the last modern tourney. Not sure why. Wonder if it'll be banned in Seattle. Ricky's bots have hacked your phone and give info to Keith. Maybe that's how. Maybe that's it. The bots, the attack of the bots. And Keith has figured out what I'm going to announce tomorrow.
Doom bots.
Yeah, Ricky's Doom bots. They're coming for us. Wow, that's all right, Keith. After I make the announcement tomorrow, you can tell me if you really knew or not.
Better reboot your phone.
Yeah, because now I'm wondering what he thinks my announcement's going to be. And if he didn't know it, is he going to tell me what he thought it was going to be? But it seems that Robert has started an online event that is going to be giving out packs. I think he said it was a month-long thing, though. Maybe summer-long. Summer-long, Robert.
Yeah, I think that's through their online modern play.
Yeah.
On Discord.
It's a summer-long thing, and he's going to switch over and do a monthly thing
Yeah,
to give out some prize packs, which is cool.
I tried to get into it, but I think I was too late for the party.
Oh, okay. Hey, John, thanks for listening, buddy. We'll see you next week. Have a great one. So what's the comps on prize packs? Keith just says, blah, ha, ha. That's funny. My angry mob modern age cyber attack, says Ricky. Yeah, it worked. You got me. What's the comps on Prize Pack? What do you mean? You get one for entry into an event, and then the ones given out to winners are totally up to the event organizer. He could give out 50 to first place if he really wanted to. They may frown on that and say, hey, cut it back a little. I don't know how often they're going to be sending out prize packs. The ones I've got, I think, is enough to get me through until the regional. I'm going to get some more for the regional weekend. So we'll have some for Friday night, and we'll have some for the OP Cup. I believe Lazarus is supposed to bring some themselves for the regional on Saturday. I think it'll be a very limited number. From what I understand, it's not going to be like everybody gets 5 prize packs or anything. But it may only be 1 or 2, maybe only 1. I don't know. But it'll be limited for sure. Skittle says, I'm sitting on 40 prize packs to give out. I had to figure out how to set up another couple in-person events with 8 players in order to give them out. That's awesome. Yeah, the players are going to want to show up for these prize packs because the alternate arts.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah. I don't know what, if anything, I haven't seen any of the alt arts from prize packs show up on eBay yet.
Wasn't real excited about Anubis, but the other ones are cool.
Yeah, I think, did somebody post today that they got the Anubis? I think they did.
I don't know. I didn't
so.
see it if they did.
But if you want one of each, you're going to need a lot of prize packs. And then hope you don't.
How many are there?
I think 14.
14 of them?
Ricky, do you know how many there are? Does anybody in the chat know how many alternate arts there are? I got a list somewhere, but I don't know where it is at the moment.
I've only seen, I think, 6 or 7.
Oh, well, you got 2 right there.
Yeah, I've seen these 2. I've seen Nemo, Van Helsing.
There's Tars Tarkus.
Tarkus.
I don't know. There's
Sherlock
a bunch.
Holmes.
There's a bunch.
Nemo.
Yeah, Sherlock.
Yeah, Sherlock, Nemo, Monte Cristo.
Yeah. So,
Van
some really
Helsing.
good ones.
Yeah.
I think guys are going to love it, and they will show up to events to get them. So, all right, guys, we're going to call it a night there. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great week. Keith, let me know when I make my announcement if it's what you thought it was going to be.
Now you can just say yes, Keith.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Give us a like on your way out if you wouldn't mind. Appreciate
care.
it. Later.
All right, bye.
All right.
Oh, there's a Tarzan, right?
Yes, there is a Tarzan.
Yeah, Tarzan's cool.
What's the going trade value on price pack? Ricky says there's 9.
9.